should you bath your hamster? And the simple answer is no. You should never give them a bath in water because it washes away important oils on their fur and their skin, and it can make their body temperature drop dangerously low. But you can give your hamster a bath in sand, which is what I'm going to talk about today. And I've got some examples of what I have used and do use for sand baths. Got another one here, just excuse how dirty that one is, I haven't washed it out yet. So you can use, that is the bottom of the house from the mini doona, which I have used before. That's quite a large hamster dish, which I actually use for little man at the minute. That's the bowl from the mini doona, which you can just fill with sand because it's far too big for food. There's just a metal dish that the boys have in their cage, and this is a hamster toilet that came with the hamster heaven, which Munchkin uses. As you can see, he actually uses his as a toilet more than a sand bath, but I think that's partly because he's a Syrian, and Syrians don't really, a lot of them don't tend to use sand baths. But if you just get a small dish, or you can use a small Tupperware or anything, and you fill it with some chinchilla bathing sand, which I use this stuff, just Charlie Chinchilla. It's not that expensive. You're supposed to use the sand and not the dust because I've got some in there. It's particles that are bigger than dust, and it won't get stuck in your hamster's lungs. But I have also used, this is from a long time ago, but I've used this that's called dusting powder, and if I can pour some out, you will see I actually don't think there's much difference, but people disagree and don't think you should use this powder, but let's see what you think. This is just the chinchilla dusting powder from Pets at Home, and I think they look very similar. I don't think it is powder. So I used this for a long time. I've still got a bit left, but not much. I used this for a long time before I knew that chinchilla sand was better than the powder, but I've never had a problem, and honestly, looking at them both, they look pretty similar. That one's slightly darker, but it doesn't look like dust, and it isn't dusty. So I'm going to go and say you could probably use the chinchilla dusting powder from Pets at Home because it isn't powder. Anyway, I've gone off on a tangent. You just fill it up, a bit more than that obviously, and they roll around in it, and you'll find that they're not greasy anymore, they're not dirty. It's just better for their fur, but never ever put them in water because there is a chance of hypothermia and stuff like that because they can't regulate their body temperatures like we can. But that's what I use for mine, and if your hamster uses it as a toilet, I wouldn't worry, just change it every couple of days and that should be fine, and at least you potty train them in a way. So there's my informative video for the day. Thank you for watching.
The flower said, I wish I was